Nigeria. You're welcome to Superscreen News at 6. I am Anthony Osagbovo. Thanks for joining us. President Muhammadu Buhari is set to make a national broadcast tomorrow, May 29th by 7 a.m. The national broadcast is to commemorate the 2018 Democracy Day celebration. This was disclosed today in a statement signed by the Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina. The address will be aired live on national television and radio stations. Meanwhile, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, has asked President Muhammadu Buhari and the All Progressives Congress not to address Nigerians on Democracy Day. May 29th, which is Democracy Day in Nigeria, also marks the conclusion of President Muhammadu Buhari's third term year in office, and it is expected that the president will address the nation. The party who disclosed this in the statement said May Day addresses by the president since his inauguration had contained deceits, falsifications, and unfulfilled promises. The PDP said the president has failed to fulfill his promises, which helped him sweep to power on May 29, 2015. The party also accused the current administration and the APC of violating all tenets of democracy and trampling on citizens' rights since assuming power. And our Minister of Information, Lai Mohammed, says President Muhammadu Buhari has fulfilled all his campaign promises with unprecedented accomplishments within 3 years of his administration. Mohammed, who disclosed this in Lagos, said, contrary to critics who claim the government has nothing to show for its 3 years of existence, the Buhari administration has performed beyond expectations. He also said the administration has kept a social contract with citizens by delivering on its campaign promises. And our former Vice President of Nigeria, Atiku Abubakar, has appointed former Ogun State Governor Benga Daniels as a Director General DG of his campaign. In a statement released today, the former VP charged Daniel with the responsibility of running his campaign while he focuses on his nationwide campaign. Abubakar expressed confidence in Daniel's ability to ensuring victory at the polls. You will recall that Daniel served as governor of Ogun State from 2003 to 2011 after defeating an incumbent, Olusegun Oshoba. And here, Senator President representing Kaduna Central Zone, Shehu Sani, has announced his intention to contest against Governor Nasir El-Rufai in 2019. The lawmaker who disclosed this to journalists also condemned the outcome of the local government elections in Kaduna. He said it is very clear that the results of the recently conducted local council elections in Kaduna State did not reflect what happened. Sani, however, warned that the attacks and killings by Boko Haram insurgents and Fulani herdsmen will affect the political fortune of APC during the presidential and governorship elections in many states. And now the Coalition of Civil Society Organizations on Human Rights and Conflict Resolutions in Nigeria has faulted Amnesty International reports accusing the Nigerian military of human rights violation. The group had reported, however, the Nigerian military and Civil Joint Task Force separated women from their husbands and confined them in remote satellite camps where they have been raped and sometimes exchanged for food. The reports. Reacting to the reports at a conference in Abuja, Executive Director of the group, Maxwell Gowon, said the legitimate operations of the military is constantly hampered by the Amnesty International misleading reports, which he said has great consequences for the overall security architecture of Nigeria. Gowon also accused individuals in political terrain of providing local funding to supplement the foreign clients of Amnesty International with a view to impacting 2019 general elections.
We are calling on them to be more professional in carrying out responsibilities and to look into the sovereignty of the nations they are operating. And the civilian population in the Northeast is what we are more concerned about, because for some of us that have been to Northeast and most of the states affected by this insurgency, you will actually know that, yes, you expect to see that at least there are areas that human rights violation will be tempered with. So we are looking to see that amnesty is being decent, is being proactive, and reasoned within the context of the role.
On his part, National Coordinator, League of Students, Obende Gideon, said Amnesty International's report was mainly a compilation of unsubstantiated allegations, adding that the professional manner in which the military handled the war against terrorism in the country is commendable.
We believe that if accusations have been made, the military should be called to question. And if the military does not take decisive action, then you can hold them to question. We're publishing this report without engaging the relevant authorities. I believe it is even better.
The report had sparked controversy, with many Nigerians calling for the head of the international agency. Zamfara State Police Command has confirmed the death of 7 persons in a fresh attack by gunmen in Gidan Goga District, Maradun local government area of the state. Public Relations Officer of the command, DSP Mohammed Shehu, disclosed this to journalists in Gazua on Sunday. He said the unidentified bandits attacked the people of Gidan Labo village while the victims were clearing their farmlands to prepare for this year's rainy season. Shehu said the command and all the security agencies have already deployed security personnel to the area to maintain peace and stability. He, however, urged people of the states to continue to support security agencies with information on criminals to enable them to be proactive. And now the Federal Road Safety Corps, FRSC, has commenced the process of recruitment as approved by the federal government by opening its portal to receive applications from suitable qualified candidates for employment into the various cadets of the Corps. The Corps Public Education Officer, BC Kazim, said for the officer cadets, candidates are expected to possess a first degree from recognized institutions, NYSC discharge certificates, and must be more than 30 years of age. He said requirements for MI2 are Nigeria certificates of education, registered nurse, or registered midwife. We'll go on a short break now, and when we get back, we shall take some stories from the business world. Stay with us.
Before they come, they're supposed to, give us some information, notice, at least maybe a week or so. There was nothing like that.
Hunger is everywhere in Nigeria. People are dying every day, but Nigeria government are keeping quiet. Housemen are killing people. Why?
It's not what we expected because of these old men that are leading us, and you people know, you are aware that these people are not the right people to lead us. These kind of people that are leading us here are people of black mind. They just care about themselves and their family.
You are affecting my village. Let me use grass. If I call it use grass, I'm not to mistake. The other place where they build a shop, call it plaza. Say each shop there 4 million naira, which I don't have the money, so I have to leave. If you plan to get a tribal mark, it takes a lot of pain, but after some time, you enjoy it. No, we experience hold up now during the construction time. Then after some time, we start enjoying it.
The way they are doing the construction is too slow. It's too slow. The construction is too slow. They should stop the construction and make sure people go into their businesses and do their businesses.
You're welcome back. It's still the Superscreen's News at 6. And now for some business stories. The governor of the Red Card Movement, Obi Ezekwesili, has criticized the federal government for failing to come up with the right economic policies that plunged Nigeria into recession in 2014. Ezekwesili disclosed this to journalists in Abuja, the nation's capital. Ezekwesili, who was also A former vice president of World Bank and a former minister of education said Nigeria did not act fast like some other oil-producing countries. The former education minister said that although the recession era is over, its effect is still being felt by the citizenry. She also advised the federal government to initiate good economic policies that would attract investors into the country. And now the Arewa Consultative Forum, ACF, has called on the federal government to probe the alleged mismanagement of $16 billion invested in the power sector between 1999 till date. In a statement issued by its National Policy Secretary, Muhammad Ibrahim, ACF said the call for probe of the power sector has become necessary considering the harm which corruption has inflicted on the nation and on the promise by the current government to fight it. Ibrahim said public officials, no matter how highly placed, must account for their malfunctions while in office. He also said the probe will serve as a deterrent to others and instill prejudice in managing the public office for performance. And now the organized labor has faulted the federal government for refusing to reconstitute the Board of National Pension Commission, although 2 years after the government sacked the former board. Speaking in Lagos through a member of the National Executive Council, NEC, of National Labour Congress, Isa Aremu, Labour said the non-constitution of the board of PENCON is completely unacceptable. Labour also said that the non-constitution of the board is a threat to the over 7 trillion naira accumulated pension assets and the future of the contributory pension scheme. And now to the aviator sector. The Air Transport Service Senior Staff Association of Nigeria and the National Union of Air Transport Employees have threatened to shut down the operations of OB Company Aviation Service Limited for failing to allow its members of staffs to join industry unions. The management of Basil, in a statement, however, described the threat by the unions as an act of lawlessness. According to Basil, contrary to the allegations that members of staffs had their service terminated because they are threatened to join a union, the members of staff who were relieved of their appointments were those who had either attained retirement age or who were found not to be diligent in their duties. We'll take a short break now, and when we come back, we shall take some foreign stories and sports. Stay with us.